Hello everyone's. I am here for Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, I was going to do the show last night as soon as it went off. That was my original plan. But after watching the episode, I had to calm all the nerves in my body completely down. Now, I have been stressing all week about what's going to happen because Game of Thrones does not care about killing anybody off. Favorite characters at all. I learned that from season 1 when Ned Stark's head went rolling down, the little thing. So I know that they wouldn't care about getting rid of some of my favorite characters, like Grey Worm and Melisande. They need to, survive this so they can go back to where she lived and live happily ever after. I want, Sam, Gilly, and little Sam to be safe. Of course, Jon needs to be safe. Basically, everybody in the North needed to be safe. And, Cersei, she can get it over there in King's Landing. I just needed everybody in the North safe. Now, I know there's some characters like on here that, like, they sad characters. We don't know a name, you just a body. I was okay if, they had not survived because I don't know you like that. But, like, Sam, I needed Tormund to be safe so he can, Brienne can realize Tormund really loves me. We need to get together. Jamie, he needs to be together. He needs to live. Arya needs to live. Like, the main people in the North. We're not talking about the Z-list characters. The main people that are in the North right now, I needed them to live. And when I tell you, I was going to slow fast forward through the episode so I could see who lived at the end. But then I was like, I can't do that. Then I was like flipping back and forth. And I was getting stressed after that. I didn't start watching the episode until 8:30. And I was like, you know what? Put your big girl panties on. And, just take what they give you. You gonna be stressed out this whole entire time. I know this because they finna fight the White Walkers. So, go ahead and do this. And when I tell you, we had the Unsullied, the Dothraki, the Wildlings, the Brother from the Wall, Ghost, all standing in position, just waiting. And I'm like, first of all, it's too dark to be out here fighting, so the White Walkers already got an advantage over them. So this is not gonna be good. And then just random and casually, Melisande just walks up on her horse like it's the middle of the day. We not fit to go to war. Just strolls up, speaks a little, and it does a little spell on the Dothraki swords, and was like, all right. Then she stood in position like, all right, let's do this. And we see the Dothraki just take off towards the White Walkers. Now, my thing is, we needed to, I know with snow on the ground and the fire wasn't going to last that long, but we needed to be shooting some fireballs out there so we can get some resemblance of light so that we can see what they're doing. And when I tell you, 98% of the Dothraki got killed in 20 seconds. And 10 of those seconds was heading out towards the White Walker. Because you see them out there. And then you see an aerial view of them. And you see the lights that she didn't, put a spell on. And they just goes dark. Horse come running back because he seen what was happening. It's like, you know what, bro? I didn't sign up for this. He chucked that to deuce and ran on back towards the castle. So Sir Jorman, he turns like, all right, y'all turn next. And then, it's like, I'm going to say 5,000 other Unsullied. They was just getting wiped out. Like, the White Walkers just rolled through, was knocking out, killing, and just all kind of mess. And they kind of ran past the Wildlings, and Tormund was looking like, okay, I guess we're doing this. And starting to fight and all that stuff. I was stressed because Grey Worm, he the head of the Unsullied, so he gotta stand front and center. I'm like, nah, bro, you the lead. You be up there hey, bro, look out over to your left, something like that. 'Cause I need the Grey Worm to survive this episode. When I tell you, Like, it was a good, like, 30, 40 minutes of me not knowing who was live and who was dead. Because it looked like at one point, Grey Worm was out for the count. It looked like Brienne got taken down and out for the count at one point. It looked like Jamie was gone. So I'm like, they just, like, killing off everybody. And I'm just sitting there looking at the Unsullied. Because, you know, they in formation. We got rows and rows and rows of them. So I'm like, you know, the dude in the back of the row is like, man, I'm basically just standing there holding my little pole thing, just waiting to die. Because they just swarming us like it ain't nothing. Now, you know, the White Walkers, they, you know, they don't get tired. I don't need to stop and get no water. I don't need to stop to use the restroom. You know, I'm just fighting, and that's what I'm doing. So, next thing you know, we see Daenerys and Jon roll through on the dragons, you know, shoot the fire at them. And, you know, getting rid of a good amount of the White Walkers. But then, like, the Night King now, he can, like, control the weather. So now he's making it all, like, stormy, like a snowstorm type of situation where they can't see what's going on. They running into each other. They can't really see, am I, you know, killing my people or am I killing the whites? Am I shooting up the castle? I don't really know. It's cold. They don't really know what to do. The dragon's like, I'm trying to do my best. We running into each other. They don't know what to do. Then at one point, like, y'all, I just knew my boy Sam was gone because, like, Sam was like this close from getting taken out by doggone one of the White Walkers, and Ed saves him, and like as soon as he saves him, he gets killed himself. I was like, not Ed, not like, I mean, I would rather Sam lived over Ed. Wrong guy maybe, but Sam is my boy. He been my boy since he first rode on the scene, because you know he's not the traditional Brothers of the Night Watch. But hey, I would rather Sam live than, you know, him. Then they're like, they gotta retreat. Because, you know, like, hey, they taking us out too much. Like, get behind the wall. It's like, fight like this trench on fire. Like, the Unsullied getting taken out left and right. At one point, Arya saves the Hound because he was about to get attacked. And he was like, straight up, you just gonna save me like that? I was like, yes. Melisande. Then we trying to light the trench so Dany and Jon can see, you know, one, slightly keep the White Walkers out, and two, so Dany and Jon can see the flames and know, okay, this is where we need to shoot and fire at. So she like doing her little magic spell and all that stuff on the little trench they got as they steady like, all right, y'all, get back in here, get in here. So, you know, we got the top of the front of the Unsullied up here. They fighting off the White Walkers while the ones in the back are like retreating. She was this close, and then the fire came, and they was running into the fire, and I was like, okay, cool. All right, this is gonna keep them off for a minute. Y'all can, you know, take a breath, maybe go use the restroom right quick, do something. So, you know, do what you need to do right quick so we can get back to fighting. I know everybody's like running on pure fumes right now. Like I'm pure adrenaline at this time. At point I'm tired. And then we move over to Theon and Bran. I'm like, come on, dude. Like at first I thought it was just gonna be Theon and Theon alone protecting Bran, but I was like, he gonna get taken out like that. But they got a circle around Bran, like, okay, we gonna protect you. And Theon says that he wish he had done things different. Like, I'm sorry that I basically sold you and your brother out and took y'all home. Like, I'm here to redeem myself. And Bran told him that led him to where he belonged. Then he's like, I'm going now. And I'm like, hold up, Bran. Like, first of all, we don't have time for you to going into your trance and doing what you need to do. Like, we need you wide awake and alert right now. This is what we need. But like, Bran was like, I'm going now. And just like eyes rolled in the back of his head. And then I'm looking like, come on, bruh. Like, this is not the time for you to be going into a trance. We need you up and alert right now. Come on. Because like, you were in a trance and then the Night King come and take you out. Take us out, then take you out. Then we done. So like, when he's in the trance, like, he sees the Night King, and the Night King's like kind of like reaching out towards him. And like, we seen some birds and like they're reaching out towards him. And then like, the White Walkers stopped for a minute. And like, I thought Bran was controlling them somehow. But then they started walking into the fire. And my tail wasn't paying attention to what happened the last time. They was making a bridge to get over the trench. Like, y'all gonna have to sacrifice yourselves so we can walk over top of y'all. I'm like, oh snap, now we got them running up over here. Bran, he done went into his little trench that he be going through. I wasn't ready. Then Arya, she running around and she and almost got attacked by like one of the White Walkers. I thought she was going for the cause. We got a dragon on dragon fight / king on king, but it was more a dragon on dragon fight between I think Rhaegar is one of the dragon and Viserys. Like, they in that sky fighting on each other. Like, we fighting to the death. The Night King's just as calm as ever. He just doing what he needed to do. At one point, like, he falls off his dragon. Rhaegar the dragon is fighting Viserys the dragon. I think that's what that dragon's name is. I apologize if it's not. My girl Lyanna Mormont, she up out here fighting, and then like she goes to attack the giant, the giant from like I think season 6 after the Battle of Bastards, who like made it bust through the gate and ended up getting killed. Like, he grabs her like she's just like nothing and just crushes her. And her last thing she did was take her dragon last and poke him where his eye used to be at, because it got knocked out like by all Ramsay's folks, and she died. I'm like, man, she was a true fighter. Like, I appreciate that. But then I was like, man, I can't have them going to the crypts, because Gilly and little Sam is in the crypts, and I need them to make it and be here for Sam. I needed Sam to make it. I was so stressed out. I didn't know what to do with myself. Then, like, Dany, she on her little dragon, because the Night King just fell to the ground. So she's sitting up there and like Jakaris, and like she thinks she lighting up the Night King. She ain't doing nothing. Like, after the fire was gone, he's standing like, are you done? Alright, so like he starts like summoning all the people that have died, got killed by the Whites. So like all the Unsullied, all the Dothraki, the brothers, everybody, lady Lyanna Mormont, she done woke up. At one point I was scared because I thought I saw Tormund. Now, I had to rewind it a few times, and since the scene was so dark, I really couldn't get a good look. But like, I thought I saw Tormund stand up. Now, he needs to live so he can be with Brianna Stark. Now, I don't know for sure, but my brother, he sent me this text message, because I called him immediately. Well, I texted him like, did you see the show? Because I need to ask him, was Tormund alive? But he's like, it was so dark, he couldn't really tell. But I was like, when the Night King was like, summons them all to rise back up, I thought I saw Tormund there with his head cocked back like this, like, what? So I'm hoping that wasn't him, but it looked like I saw a red-headed man, and he the only red-headed man on there. So they couldn't have done my boy Tormund like that. That's just not what's gonna happen. So like, as that's going on, we in the crypts now. They didn't like the walkers. They didn't like got into Winterfell, and they doggone busting in the crypt. I thought Gilead got taken out, but I think it was somebody else. I was stressed. I was like, no, little Sam can't lose his mama. Sam can't. Are they married? Because I know he's a brother tonight watching. He can't get married, but like, he a maester now. So can a maester get married? Because they living like they husband and wife. I'm just going to say that. But like, the cribs getting taken over. Like, Tyrion at one point was talking about if we was out there, we could help do something. Maybe we could see something that they don't see. Hold on, I think I already missed that part. I apologize, y'all. Yeah, that had already happened. Yeah, Tyrion was like, maybe we'll see something that they don't see. Maybe that'll make a difference. But anyways, where am I at? Okay. Jon, he on the ground because he's fit to fight the White King. He's attacking everybody. Because I don't know what was wrong with Dany, because Jon was like, I gotta go get Bran. So she's sitting up there like just looking all sorry eyes as Jon is like walking off or running off to get Bran. And like Drogon gets attacked by all these whites, and like he's trying to like get up, but they stab him. Like, where'd y'all get y'all knights from? Where the White Walkers get their knights from? Like, he getting, like, stabbed left and right. He's trying to swing and get him off. Danny then fell off the dragon. Next thing you know, Sir Jorah pops out of nowhere and saves her. So they, like, back to back fighting off the walkers, White Walkers. Bran finally wakes up. And, like, Theon, he done killed off, like, a dozen of the White Walkers. He is, like, the only person standing left protecting Bran. And Bran, like, he waits until he's like talking about, you're a good man. I was like, well, Theon's gone. And like, y'all, Theon, he was like, I know I'm about to die, but I'm gonna try this. And I was like, if Theon kills the Night King, I think that's who he is. And I don't know what's gonna happen. So he charged at the Night King. Night King was like, bruh, he like slid to the side and took the little thing and stabbed Theon. I was like, oh, go Theon. Like, you redeemed yourself. So, you know, I kind of like had to, you know, I was hurting my heart for him. So, like, Jon, he's trying to fight off Viserys, and, like, he's over here just blowing everything with his little ice fire breath. The Knight in the White, they right there with Bran. And, like, you know, well, I don't know, he, like, one of the, like, head honcho dudes, but he, like, got the long white hair. He's standing there, he's like, who's that? And then, like, Arya just, like, appears from nowhere. It was like, ah! And when the Night King turned around and grabbed her throat, when I tell y'all, I screamed something awful. I'm pretty sure people outside, if they was walking on Andor riding by, it was like, what's going on in there? I was like, no! Y'all, I was like, no, Arya cannot die. At all. I don't care. She just can't do it. And then, like, she dropped her knife and grabbed it in the other hand and, like, stabbed the White Walking King. And he just dies and everybody else dies. I went from no to, like, doing the stanky leg, even though I wasn't doing it properly. Like, I hopped up. I was doing the bankhead bounce. I was raising the roof. I was doing all them dances from the 90s because I was happy, like, yes! Arya did it. She my girl. Earlier, I thought she was out for the count. But Melisande was like, you know, would we tell the king the death? And she was like, not today. Or something like that. I was like, yes. I was happy. Jon was over there fit to get, like, blown all the way by Viserys the dragon. They stand around and, like, everybody just falling. And Bran's sitting there like, I knew that was going to happen. Like, you could have gave us a play-by-play to what was going to happen so we can turn left and do something else. No, that was turning right. My bad, y'all. I was just, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I was nervous. I was happy. I was excited. I was all of that. Dang it. No. Oh, Lord. I think I lost my notes. I lost my notes. How did I do that? Yeah. Yep, y'all, I lost my notes. Ain't that something? But anyway, like, I was so happy. I was like, yes, Arya did that. Like, now I'm like, I'm happy. I don't think I'm going to be as, you know, stressed out the next episode because, like, this was, like, the worst of the worst because we got the White Walkers, the Night King. We got all this going on. And then, like, everybody just standing around. I'm on the phone with my brother once it goes off. I was like, was Gilly or little Sam still alive? He's like, I think I saw her. So I had to, like, go back and, like, go to that last scene. I was like, yes, I see Gilly. I see little Sam. I see Sansa, Tyrion. Varys, he was down there. Some other people. What is her name? Not Melisande. Daenerys' right-hand woman. I said her name earlier. Now I didn't forget it. Melisande? Something like that. You know, Grey Worm's, you know, girlfriend, all that. I seen Sam at the end. I was happy at that. Jon was alive. Daenerys was alive. Ser Jorah, he succumbed to his you know, wounds and all that. Bran alive. You know, Arya, she was that girl. Happy about that. So, y'all, that was it. And I couldn't do this last night because my stress level was up high. And I was like, I need to come down. And when I get off of work, I'm going to just do it tomorrow, which is now right here. Y'all, It was like the longest battle scene I had ever seen in my life. And it looked like Grey Worm is the only Unsullied left. I think all of Dothraki is gone. We have like maybe a few Brothers of the Night Watch alive. Yeah, I don't know what we gonna do now to fight Cersei, because Cersei, she got you know, the Iron Bank with her. She got a whole bunch of armies with her. So I don't know how we go, you know, take out Cersei now. But I know everybody's like, you know what, I need me a good hot bath and I need to sleep for like a few days. I know everybody was thinking that. So that was the gist. If I left Ruly Sirens, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. If you return and you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Tell your people to tell their people to come over here and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.